Oh, so I am actually really curious to see how all of us have broken Star Wars' rules to make our characters, because I know every single one of you have.
I did not break any rules whatsoever.
Well, not break the rules, but I mean like violated.
I didn't even select this race. Lori picked it. I just scrolled through the.
That's how you're going to play it.
I didn't pick it.
I said I want to
picked it.
I want to make a character that's a melee brawler kind of character. And she went through and said, "Well, that's scary looking." And I went, "Yeah, it is." And I looked into it and I was like, "Well, that can be."
Well, obviously,
very,
Lori
very
should be playing. Lori should be playing instead of you. Go get her. Come on. Let's go. I want the true behind the scene.
She even helped me come up with the name.
Yeah.
She wanted me to name him Ferdinand after Ferdinand the Bull.
Yeah, Ferdinand. Yeah, highly rare.
And I was like, I like it, but it's too cliche. So I looked into some backstory, and the island, the Isle of Salamanca, is where it originated, and it's a small island off of Spain. And that's why his name's Salamanca.
I didn't break Star Wars. I screwed up. I didn't take, apparently, shield generators need the light armor proficiency. I was unaware. So Doug's been hounding me for weeks, and like 5 minutes before we shot the first episode, I was like, okay, get rid of improved defenses. Damn it. Got rid of that. Took light armor. Now I'm all legit.
I made a slight tweak to your character sheet, Jeff. I unarmed your armor because that screwed up your armor class, because you don't actually wear the shield as armor. So it doesn't, because when you put it there and you had it on, it actually, because you don't have improved armor defense, the way it's not actually armor. So the shield is not actually armor. So I've unclicked it so it doesn't penalize your armor class. Reflex defense.
That's fine. Doug's still tracking me.
I'm still tracking you.
Par for the course.
Yeah.
I'd like to know, before we brought Doug on, I'd like to know, like, did you you'd be walking your dogs when you were just
oh my god,
you would just be
my god, Jeff. Bringing me on is, you don't know how relieving it was to have finally a place that I could unload.
Yeah, now it's annoying, so I made you GM. It's like, here you go. Now you can blow your load.
That's my job. Now I can track anybody I want.
So getting back to Ryan's question really quick. I always really like Pathfinder's player's guides, going, like, the world is so vast, Star Wars is so vast, and everyone can play your favorite thing. So when you said we're picking Hutt space, it was a nice big slice of a certain kind of canon, gangsters and whatever. So I just started looking through the planets that are in Hutt space and the native species of said planets. And then I came across, the Clantoons, these slave soldiers where their hero sold out to the Hutts, and they all named their kids, right? Went through the lore and found an actual name. Bakure is actually one of the Clantonian names, and that type of thing, and then made up a scout, which is your everything utilitarian guy, and here we go. And specifically did not try to play something too flashy, like take a lead role or whatever. Getting me out of the chair also means like getting me a little further from the mic, so I didn't go with any force powers or that kind of thing.
What kind of a fighter are you?
A mobile one. I've got melee weapons. I've got range weapons. My best weapon is actually a blaster carbine rifle, and my guy in the scout has a lot of the striding and mobility, shoot and move while you get bonuses to reflex, that kind of thing.
How about
adaptable to situation? He's a terrain guy. If that makes sense.
And Moreau?
Very, very similar concept. The UBs are a race of like very quick to anger kind of people. So first of all, actually, I think I should also clarify, they are a near human race that's just like, that's true enough to have its own name. So I do functionally look human. As far as my combat style, I have three rifles that are clearly strapped to my person in different areas, in different ways. I do have a carbine that seems to be something I would use regularly, but I also have a rather intense looking rifle, in addition to a second rifle that's oddly small, but has what looks like an electronic scope or something attached to it. So the race is built with the ability to like get a bunch of bonuses because you get angry and run in and do charging stuff, which in Saga Edition isn't particularly beneficial when using guns, unless you have very specific kind of builds. So, I mean, look forward to that if you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
If you don't, well, yeah.
With that, I think maybe I'll ask Jeff to kick off the intro music, and I'll introduce the rest of the cast here and what they look like.
You mean you want me to roll credits?
That'll work. Yeah, let's do that.
Sorry, the rest of you are not important enough to do the cold open. You must come after the credits for your descriptions.
About 5 minutes. So. Well, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, role players. Once again, I am Doug Baldwin with Dicewise Entertainment, and we're bringing you Star Wars Saga Edition Actual Play podcast. We're doing audio as well as live streaming on Twitch, YouTubes, and all of the places. This is Star Wars, Rise of the Consortium podcast. Now that we're back with everyone.
That's Twitch TV / GM's Cut Rollmongers.
There you go. Thank you.
People will be like, where?
That's right. That's right. Send me that and I'll update my reading text. I'll even have it memorized one day. Let's meet. We were just talking about some of the offensive capabilities. And trust me, this is a very offensive party. Let me just get that out there first. We've heard some of the offensiveness. Salamanca, I think you already touched on some of that, some of your offensiveness. Tell us a little bit about what you do in battle here.
Well, I am a species that comes with rage. Basically, I'm a barbarian.
You need to roll a base DC 10 before you can tell the audience what you're not.
Exactly right. This isn't clicks here, folks.
Hits his click.
So I'll go into a rage and charge in and smash things. I'm like Hulk, basically.
Are you like green reptilian or just reptilian?
Just reptilian, gray and reptilian. And I've got shackles on my hands and feet, but just, a couple broken links of chain. They're rusty and kind of digging into my flesh because I've worn them for centuries.
That's a painful backstory to try to get out of you on a DC 10 long story. So how'd you get those?
Is he like the elephant where if we just like loosen the shoes, he'd be nice? Get the pin out of the,
So the Mantilian Savrips are a nearly extinct species, and the only ones that really exist anymore are ones that were captured by various cartels to use as trophies, pets, like the Rancor or whatever. But they were intelligent enough to actually be employed as guards. So, not as beastly as a Rancor, but pretty much.
One size category less.
I am a large creature. I fight unarmed using my natural weapons, which are poisonous, by the way.
Oh, how unfortunate.
Yes.
Convenient.
It just seemed to work that way. And not only I had the wife pick the race and used it as the basis of building the character, but it actually worked so well. I was like, excellent choice, because the Mantilian Savrips were most commonly employed by the Huttese cartels. as slave laborers.
Oh,
Say that Ryan had asked the party if anybody had put together an illegal build. And while the answer to that is no, almost every single one of you, everyone except for Jeff, found some angle of the rules that they really wanted to run down and tweak.
You're welcome.
And work with. No, I had a lot of fun. I was not upset, but I think everyone here had at least one medium conversation that included the phrase, well, for a one-off, it'll be fine. But if we're in a campaign, ...
We all enjoy some cheese at this table. Don't worry about it.
That means I'm the only guy that's going to make the campaign because we go campaign. And as producer, I'm going to be like, well, you guys are all broken as shit. So sorry.
Well,
I ain't gonna make
you
it.
each have things that we would have to accommodate in a campaign. I wouldn't
Yes.
necessarily rule them out. But I think that
much accommodation on the part of my character.
Yeah, your character in a long-running campaign could be hilarious, but also could end up tedious at times, depending on how those DC 10.
Well, there is technology that I could invest into to surpass that limit.
Right.
I just couldn't afford it.
Right. I gave you guys a pretty good budget, and you didn't have any.
Do you have
guys,
any
I
idea
left
how
like $20,000 on the table. What did you guys do?
Ran
how
out.
expensive the DC 5 translation.
How much
unit
is it? What is it?
It was like 400,000 credits.
Is it?
My gosh.
Holy crap. Whoa, that's more than the ship you flew in on.
So it would be a heavy investment. The other thing I thought of too is I could do my stat increases into intelligence to give myself the ability to speak. But, we're a few levels off from that.
Right.
I can start teaching you sign language, and you
That's
just
awesome.
learn that. It'll
If
be
you
great.
level into intelligence and just start talking, and that'd be awesome. Like, we'll montage.
I feel sad.
But I do think it's
sad.
funny that all four players have heard me say the exact same phrase to them of, well, that's fine for a one-off. But if it's a campaign, we'll have to have a longer conversation about X, whatever X is. Aiden, tell us about Shore and Shore's combat.
So I did actually make an illegal character and I had to fix it right before session. Because nothing significant, just I forgot that you can't actually take a prestige class level at 7th. It has to be at 8th. So I just had to swap the prestige class for another level soldier. But no, so the original idea was I wanted to get into grappling. I saw one or two talents that were really interesting with grappling, and I wanted to expand off that. So I actually built a Kodru G originally, which is the forearm species ones. And then I showed Doug what my grapple modifier was, and he asked me to tone it down a bit.
Yep.
Which is fair. And so I actually found this image that I'm using as my character token. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to swap because I think this is great character art. And so, I have a buddy who plays a similar Keldor cop in an RPG server for Star Wars, so it kind of gave me the idea for his personality, and the build is very much run in and grapple. I'm a wrestle ya.
I'm a wrestle ya.
I mean,
cool. That'd be a cool one shot playing cops on Coruscant or something and do the whole dumb shit.
yeah.
On this episode on Cops on Coruscant. Oh, we got a runner.
And Ash, why don't you tell us about your character and your character's combat abilities? Though
I mean, he's certainly very offensive.
Yeah. Oh, Ash. Damn. On the multiple levels, he's quite offensive. So Ash's backstory, if we get to that, it's layered, especially from being a foul and nasty background. But essentially, where Ash's strength plays in is the fact that he can be completely concealed from an individual, and then he can kind of go pop. And his favorite weapon of choice is the shock gauntlet. So, what his generally go-to is that he'll stalk you for a bit, and he will stack battle strike and on his melee attack. And if he hits you, which he will hit you, just so we're all clear, because dude has not missed a day on the Bowflex. So his thing is that he hits you unprepared, and he'll drop you down the condition track. So, because he's using the stun gauntlet, and the fact that he is using melee attacks, drops you down. So if you beat your fortitude defense, he'll drop you down 3 on the condition track on a successful hit.
3?
Yeah.
Did you just say 3 down the condition track?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was more, but Doug and I talked, and he lowered that.
That was one of those phrases.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought my guy was OP because he does 1. I'm like, wow, that's crazy strong. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, if he hits you 3.
Well, no, it's 3 normally. It could be more, but Doug says, all right, you do that, and it's a dark point every time. I'm like, that's fair. So, when you get like, yeah, all right, I do that. It's a dark point free, and I'm like, yeah, cool.
Which I do. That's a good introduction into the concept of the morality and dark side points of this game. What I do think we're supposed to be gray. I'm hoping that this isn't straight murder hobo all the time, kill everything. Now that doesn't. I'm a very combat oriented GM, so I do like to do tactical.
My character is gray.
Yeah.
Hey,
Color.
no, it's not like any of us. It's not like any of us asked for a bonus for if nobody else comes back, right? No one asked for a bonus. So anyone, wait a minute.
Guys, so me and Doug already had this conversation. So if I can just save a couple minutes for all of us, I already did these arguments with Doug. But I'm gray, and he's like, yeah, but.
No, I think Salamanca was telling us literally, I'm gray. I'm gray.
I'm actually gray. That's the color of my skin.
So now we are no longer in the dark times. We are no longer in the times immediately after Order 66 and the Dawn of Defiance. So there is the ability to
atone.
Correct. However, what I think I want to do in this is, obviously, some of you may or may not be more Han Solo shoot first than Luke Skywalker idealistic. And I want there to be room for that. And if you do, you guys might pick up some dark side points, and that might be okay. And if you do, and we're in a campaign setting, I want you to guys, if you want to keep from becoming an NPC, you're going to have to offset that thematically, story-wise, and that sort of thing.
So you're not allowing dark side characters. We still have the wisdom cap.
We do still have a wisdom cap. I would prefer us to have a wisdom cap. Now, if we do turn this into a campaign, and y'all just want to be full-on Darksiders, that's kind of a different thing. And I'm kind of hoping to stay right on the edge of that. But what I don't want to do is just burn a force point, and you're fine. And you stay on this side of things. I want to be able to play it out. It's just like we do montages to learn force powers and stuff like that.
Proper atonement. That's cool.
If everybody has their character sheet up, everybody has 5 force points and 2 destiny points.
Excellent.
Because I figured that was a good balance for what we could expect to have.
Okay. 8, not 8, and not 2. I'm just taking mine back down. Okay. We're 20 minutes in. Anybody else? My turn to stay on
Battle
target.
Strike stacks with itself.
What?
No.
Right.
You say Battle Strike stacks with itself? Is that what you said?
Aiden is furiously looking this up, so I know the parts that stack and the parts that don't stack. So the +2 attack doesn't stack, but the damage does stack with itself. And I will let Aiden come back with some adjudication on this.
How's that feel, Doug? Didn't even ask the GM. Didn't that burn? It burns.
No, because
we're both looking it up.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm actually playing with minis, so I'm happy to have somebody else looking that up while I'm mucking around with minis.
Yeah. I don't think either part would stack.
Nice try.
Which two think? What is and isn't stacking? Are you talking about?
Battle Strike Force Power, I assume trying to use it
multiple times.
Yeah, multiple times before you
swift
attack.
action.
Oh yeah, you'd only get the benefit of it once. It wouldn't stack on top of it.
Yeah, Force Powers don't stack. If you
Yeah,
I
use
mean,
cool.
it's
But
the same type because the damage of the effect of the same type. Don't you? If for some reason you had the ability to burn multiple battle strikes, I might let you have either the last one you cast or the best one you had.
Cool.
But I wouldn't let you have both of them on top of each other.
All right, cool. That's fine because I know Battle Strike and Combustion stack.
Those two, I think, probably would if you've got the action economy to produce both of those effects.
Both still swift actions, and one's fire and one's force.
Yeah, I see that there's a comment on the wiki that talks about the damage being able to stack. I don't know if I
wasn't sure. I know exactly where you're at right now, Aiden, and that's where I kind of was like,
let's hold off for now.
Yeah.
We'll take a look at the rules and how that might affect things.
Yeah, wait till you're doing something, then we'll stall by looking it up. Not, could I do this? Because now we're going backwards.
It's better to ask now, in my opinion, because it gets us thinking about it before we're kind of in the middle and people are distracted by stuff. Yeah,
I was also seeing.
I'm thinking we cliffhangered a fight last episode 1, and now we're just rolling and roll.
I just deleted somebody out of the turn order, so I got to put them back.
Who did you delete?
If Doug agrees, I'd say no for now. Let's revisit after the episode.
And I'm not hung up on these things to be saying that it has to.
Yeah,
I'm fine. You can roll fire. You can roll them together, and then I'll burn them later. I'll nerf you later. So I'm taking the opposite path. But for now,
I built buttons for everything.
Yeah, I don't know how you get two of those attacks around, but
because it's not until it doesn't dissipate until the end of your next turn, so that's how you can actually preload it from the turn beforehand.
And then you're going to make a full round attack and do 2 attacks?
No, just 1.
Okay, well, you do have on there something that says ×2, so I didn't know what that one was.
Yeah. So that would basically be if you spent 2 swifts. On, let's say, round 1, 2 swift actions dedicated towards battle strike.
Right.
Round 2, you do combustion, and then you do your attack.
Right. But that's not 2 attacks.
No. It's one attack. It's one attack.
Right. All right. So anyway, we'll hit it when it's later. It's not something you're running. First up is a Sure.
Yes.
Sure, why not? Sure. This is never going to get old.
No.
Sure. It's sure, not sure.
Are you sure?
True enough.
You gotta say it like you're from Boston. Sure.
Once again,
Yes.
Aiden takes
sure.
the initiative championship.
What do I do?
Yeah, I sense a pattern here.
Initiative.
It never ends.
It's the song that never ends. Okay, do I see the turrets in the corner?
I'm going to say you see the one to the northeast, but that's the only one, and maybe the one to the south of it, both of the ones on the east. Those are the only ones you see.
Did you say one actually already opened fire on him?
Yes, thematically at the end of that they did, but I'm going to say that it missed, and now we're doing initiative order. So there was some wild turrets
we're
fired
up a
off.
stairway and around a corner practically, so it's just like I want to react to blaster fire, not meta. So
Yeah, so hearing that, I'll reach into my duffel bag and pull out a 1 meter long and ½ meter wide, the metal framed energy shield.
Oh,
Okay.
And lock it onto my left arm.
Okay. That's a move action.
Yep. And standard action, fight defensively.
Do you want to use a swift to turn it on, or?
I think it auto turns on, but sure, swift turn it on.
It's a swift to turn it on. I mean, if you were pulling it out of your backpack, that technically is a move.
Yeah, I guess
turning it on
fair.
is a swift.
Works for me. Wasn't going to use it anyway.
Morrow.
Well, realizing that these are stairs up instead of stairs like to climbing up, we're going back down into the pit.
That's correct.
I'm
You have the
going
high ground.
to-
Sorry.
I didn't want the high ground. I wanted the cover.
You've got friends in low places. Don't worry.
Yep. I don't know where the one that's in front of me is, so I can't hide
It's
behind
kind of
him.
invisible. But...
From where I am, I'm going to not use the rifle that I had drawn and set that down beside me, and instead draw a separate rifle.
Okay. That's a move action.
Yep. And
Are you dropping the other weapon?
yes.
I'm going to allow that to be a free action for now. Dropping a weapon is a swift action, but that's idiocy. So I'm letting you do it for free. I'm just telling the podcasting audience of all the home rules, I have a whole list. And no, I won't read them all to you today, but there are some home rules that we are using in this particular podcast. This is not exactly rules as written, and you'll kind of hear about those as we play along.
Presented by Dicewise Entertainment, not necessarily under the Rollmonger's banner.
And they neither condone nor approve nor endorse anything I say as a GM.
We talked about
But acknowledge
Rollmonger's
that it
Light.
exists.
Rollmonger's Light. Less rules and a lot less of me on the mic. There you go.
All right, Jay.
Fair enough.
What's Morrow is moved and moved?
And then Moreau will move off towards the wall, so he doesn't have everything within range of shooting him.
Okay. And did you anything with your swift, or is that
That
you can
would
drop your
be-
weapon like Duck?
Yeah, I guess if it's a swift to drop it, it's legal now. Sure.
No, if you've got anything else you want to do, that's fine. Otherwise, we're good.
No, that's everything.
Okay. Bakur. Am I pronouncing your name right? I don't want to be rude.
Bakure.
Bakur.
Yeah, it's like
That's a good band from the 90s.
grunge.
80s grunge band. Bakure.
Yeah.
We
that's
were
the one I was
popular
noticing.
before
Grunge?
before Deathclaw and before Bebo and those idiots that played. Anyway, I've never heard of Tatooine, so I guess I never heard of the band at the Cantina either.
That's one of your songs, right? Never.
It's a
heard of
jizz
Tatooine?
band.
All up in my
What's his
head. I'm
name?
not burning words on this.
Rebo. Oh, man, I used to know their
What are you
name.
doing, Bakur?
I'm going to use the Swift Strider talent, which has a lot of prerequisites, but it gives me several options.
Okay.
First option is Blurring Burst. As a move action, I can move up to my speed and get a +2 to my reflex defense until the end of the encounter. So, as a move action, I'm going to do Blurring Burst, and I'm actually going to slide down towards the corner, but then onto the stairway to pin up on that corner that's peeking into the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just to be clear, the T, we're like in this T-shape intersection of stairways, right? The stairs I'm standing on come up to the platform or come down to the platform?
Yeah, you have been descending into this room.
Okay, we've been descending into this room, and then the stairs in front of me that actually descend down the T into the what looks like a great big cross clock dial of a room also descend down.
That's correct.
Okay, so from
Down,
my position.
down.
Anyway, blaster fire goes off. I just react. I Blurring Burst to that corner. Next, I want to be able. Can I see down? Like, does the roof cover a line towards? I can draw a straight line to that turret, but I'm not unaware if I can actually see it. I might be too high up.
Well, I think you saw it before you backed up. So whether or not you have,
I will drop if I have to. Drop. Because I'm picturing like stairs going down, but there's that sort of ceiling that goes with it, right?
Oh no, it's a very, very, very high ceiling, super high ceiling. So no, you have a clean, unobscured shot from where you are to the turret on the northwest.
Okay. Do I need to roll perception to just get a quick lay of land?
You knew where it was, and you saw it. So
blast of fire
I
goes off.
believe
Blurring burst to the corner. Yep. So one move action, activate the ability, go to the corner, right? Pin up. Second move action, I will draw my blaster carbine. And as a swift.
Does the move action to activate let you move as well?
Well, drawing a weapon is a move action separate from actually moving.
And what's the talent that you're using?
It's called Swift Strider
movement. Right?
Yes, Swift Strider talent. I'm doing one of three things I can do with this talent. The first one's called Blurring Burst. As a move action, I can move up to, but not necessarily all of my speed.
Okay, great.
Okay. So I just
I just wanted to confirm that it had your speed movement in it, which the other ones are different. Got it.
Yeah, move up to. I'm assuming that's anywhere from 1 to 6 squares, right?
Right.
When it says it like that. Okay.
And
by activating this, it gives me a +2 to my reflex. As my Swift. I cannot remember, so I'll ask the GM. I am assuming my gun, like the carbine, is an auto weapon, blaster carbine.
It can be auto. We would assume that you may have the benefit of whichever one you would prefer it to be already set.
It's set to auto, but I'm actually going to use my switch to actually take it to single.
Okay.
Because I think he carries it auto to and spray, and as he runs, right? But I'll use my last action swift to switch the thing, and I am done.
Ash.
South. I moved hard south.
GM, could you snapshot for the audience the room, this giant cogwheel of a room?
Turn your head to the side 45 degrees, and it's the emblem for X-Men.
Yeah, can't do any more than that. That was the legal limit.
Shoot these back to back, but they're going to be released 10 days apart, so it's like, just give us a snapshot of the description of the room, if you please.
Yeah, there's a...
Hot.
It looks like a fire wheel. It looks like a slate wheel.
Big cog.
A cog in the wheel. And now that
a crosshair.
Well, interesting. Now that
Funny you should mention that.
Ash has moved to the middle of the room, more of the room is revealed, and it appears a bit more like a sideways hourglass, as you are now seeing more of the map from your position. To the east and to the west.
Shmeh.
I know. Selfish, angsty guys.
And that was a double move, it looked like.
That was.
Anything with your Swift?
Thanks, sneaky thoughts.
Okay. And Sal. Can I call you Sal? Is that a
Sal? Sure.
Yeah, 2-form roll.
I don't know you very well yet. I don't know if I've earned that privilege.
So I will move in. And which way do I want to go? I will head around the east side. So I'll head down the stairs.
You mean counterclockwise around the cog?
There we go. There's one move. And then I will... double move to about
You have a
the...
movement of 8?
Yes, I do. Speed of
Okay.
8.
Just curious, because that's faster than the average character.
It is. I'm also way huger.
You are the brute squad.
Movement is king. So yeah, I move in and will I do anything with my swift? No, I will not. I will flatulate.
I'll just
that's-
point out that 16, if you wanted it, will get you diagonal 1 or 2 more because you were pretty penalized. Another house rule here is that I'm using Pathfinder movement, which is that the first diagonal only costs 1 and the second one costs 2. So you could move another 2 squares diagonally if you chose to.
Then I will
counted
take
it just out.
I will totally take that movement. 2 squares diagonally.
Yep.
1. So that would put me here.
Correct. Anything with your swift? Do you want to
No,
turn
nothing
on a
with my
shield
Swift.
or anything like that?
Actually, that's maybe a good idea.
I just don't know why I brought that up.
Maybe a good idea. Sala will slap the personal shield generator activating.
So these are the KOTOR shields, and just to give the audience another little bit of side is that the rules as written for these KOTOR shields is that you suffer the armor check penalty for attacks as well as skill checks. However, I'm only charging the skill check penalty when those shields are active because that's more fun. Woo! attacks are interesting. Screwing up skill checks, well, that'll just be fun.
Yep.
All right, all good, Sal.
Yep, all good.
All right, it's the turret's turn.
No.
All right, first turret on the northeast. Well, it's got somebody to attack right next to it, so it's going to fire. And 11's not going to hit, so you're safe. Southeast is going to do the same thing and shoot at Sal because you're the closest.
Light them up.
And a 15 is not going to hit.
No,
Oddly enough, these turrets don't have force points, so they aren't choosing. Ash, did you sneak to that location?
Always.
Then I need a new sneak check.
Sneaky.
And
Oh,
you are still
gladly.
cloaked? Are you still using cloak, or is you're not
Yeah.
using cloak? You're just being undetectable, right? You're just surrendered. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
You have not used a force power that
Yeah. I'm
except for your
maintaining.
surrendering.
I surrender continually.
Glug Glug is so happy right now. As is TLXS. Okay, give me the stealth check. Yeah, go ahead, sure.
Yes, gladly.
What was it, Aiden?
Yeah. So are you using the force power cloak?
Not
Yes.
currently. He has it, but you're not using it, right?
I know I did. I used it at the initially. That's how I did my whole.
And you're maintaining it, right?
Yes.
Okay, that takes a standard action, so you only get a move action.
Oh, okay. So I will get to move once. All right.
Yeah.
So we'll have to
So
withdraw
safely
me.
move yourself back 6 squares.
Yes. Sorry.
Cheater! He's cheating!
How dare he admit his cheating?
And
Oh,
still
you can
give me
move
that
full
stealth
speed
check.
and stealth in this game.
Yes. If you move more than your speed, you actually take penalties to your stealth check. But you don't take movement penalties when stealthing.
Right, Ryan. You're really close to that stealth check that we've asked for. I know it's just a button click away.
And we've clicked it. Oh wait.
Oh, there's the modifier pop
It's
up.
the modifier pop-up, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. What?
See, the modifier button hit itself so well with his
31.
How?
How did... there's something wrong in that. You rolled a 1 and it's a 31.
Damn. So no, natively I sit on a 25. Yeah, I
only gave you the +5 one, so I don't know where you're getting a +10 from.
The mod is still up to a +10, unfortunately.
Okay, all right. So that's still 5 higher than that should also be. So we're
10
talking
lower.
about a 21.
So 21.
Okay. All right. A 21 with total concealment. Got it.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. That means that this one will do a perception check and not detect you, so it will fire at Morrow, not knowing that it is firing. Well, I guess is it soft cover if you can't see it?
I don't want to run down this road. I'm glad it's you, not me, making this call.
I'm going to say a 26 against Morrow is going to miss, I think, isn't it?
It should miss, yes.
All right. Then their perception check. 22 does defeat it. So it is going to, it knows the square that it's shooting into. That's what, maybe a -10? I mean, total, if
so it's a -10 on perception checks to notice a target with total concealment. It's
right.
If you're attacking a target, it's a -5 on your attack roll.
Okay.
And you can't make it attacks of opportunities against opponent.
Right. So it wouldn't, that 22 wouldn't have made it because it would only be a 12.
Yeah.
So it's firing instead at Sal.
Unless if it has like heat vision or something, I don't know.
I think a 25 would
25
actually
hits.
hit Sal.
Yep.
7 points of damage just get soaked up by that shield without
Yes,
any
it does.
implications. So you're set to go. But I'm going to say, let's see how far you are from, because everybody else is kind of hiding, like 25, 22. Oh, I only have to get to your first corner of you. That's all right. Still going to be medium range. Did you hear that? We're doing, short range. It's no longer point blank range. There are 2 shots coming at you with short range. A 7's going to miss.
It is.
And a 23 would hit.
That hits.
But also for 8 points of damage, so it's
Which is soaked.
all right. That takes care of the turrets. Now the turret droid's turn. They step out, and these guys, less impressive by pressing the Shift Z there. I thought the image was going to be a little bit bigger, but they're walking turrets. They literally walk on crab legs. They clearly have little pink shields around them, the way that what are those daggum
The droidicas?
droidicas? Thank you. Yeah, this should be burned in Aiden's memory at this point.
Oh. Not the first one shot I've done with you.
And they roll up, roll out. Let's see. 6, forget. Let's see, quick movement of 8 as well. Right. He doesn't have a good shot on you, Sal, so you're going to be good. So he's going to double move, giving you something to charge at, perhaps. It's going to move there. I'm ready in action. This one's going to double move out to here. This one's going to move up here and ready in action. This one's going to move up here and take a perception check to see if they spot the hiding dude in plain sight. Ooh, 18 is not going to be enough. Do they have force points? No, they do not have force points. So yet again, you're safe. All right. The turret droids have not yet fired a weapon, which that was the top of round 2. Shorkai.
Alrighty. Move up, just past Moreau, and hold my shield up in a defensive stance with fighting defensively. And that's my turn.
All right, Mora.
Noticing there's a shield in front of me, I'm going to step up right behind the giant walking shield. And from here, the most pressing concern seems to be that walking turret over there, so I'm going to fire at that. To my immediate right.
Okay, so on the west side of the map.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm going to be using my pulse wave rifle since it's currently at point blank range.
Yes, just barely, Jeff.
I mean, rifles within 30 squares, right?
Yes. Rifles are 30. Yes, I was responding to Jeff, who was doing measuring from his position.
I was doing it silently. He didn't have to.
Well, there
call
is a
me
way
out
to
of
not
it.
show to others. All you have to do is right-click to not show to others, and I would.
It still shows up to the GM, though.
That is a 23 to attack.
Okay, that hits.
For 18 points of damage.
All right, you see the shields absorb most of that damage.
Well, that's annoying.
And anything else?
Yes, I will use a swift to activate a shield.
Okay. Becure,
Sure.
you're French.
I'm a French doggy, maybe. I was going to take a beat on this turret, but since these amateurs are going to get in my way, there's a brand new target.
Couturian.
The large walking droid turret. I'll take a beat on that. Does it have any cover? Does not look like it.
Let me see if it's got soft cover just by doing a corner. So pick your most favorable corner. And can you get to the back corner by going... Oh, you are just barely safe because the Keldor is just enough to the west to not obscure that shot. Do you see how my line is going right through the edge?
I got you.
So good.
Activating shield generator. Swift or a move?
Swift.
Okay. Yeah, I'll activate shield generator and take my shot. With my blaster carbine. At point blank. Where'd the thing go? That's weird. I pushed buttons, but it didn't prompt me for pushing buttons. More pushing buttons. There we go. Phew.
All right. 23 hits and 13 does just as much damage as the last shot did to it.
I'm just going to double check my math as far as the... Yes, that is +1/+1 hit and damage taking in point blank with said shot.
Yep. And that was
that's me.
You swift and a shoot. Anything with your move?
Not yet. I'm happy in my cover.
Okay. Ash.
Aging ash.
Ryan, it's your turn.
He's contemplating the Force.
Are you contemplating the Force, Ryan?
You can
I
see
surrendered.
You see the
Surrender.
you see the yeah. You see the lights on his monitor lighting his face, so I know he's rapidly clicking through pages.
So I will maintain.
Okay, that's a standard.
And I
You
will
use
move.
the Force check. Well, first give me a use the Force check,
Gladly.
and then we'll have Aiden translate that since he has that memorized. That's
Sorry, I thought you were gonna say I have it up. I don't actually have it memorized, but I do have it up.
Same difference.
That's fair.
I got
Plus
a-
3 force bonus. Sorry.
Is that to attack and damage, or sorry, that's to the
Stealth.
Sneaky.
plus C12.
They don't see me.
All right, have you corrected your stealth to take away all those extra bonuses you don't actually have?
Give me 2 seconds here. Just double
You can
shoot
remove
off.
as many from the board. I mean, if we happen to shoot through a square on our way to another target, I mean, you know, you won't have to worry about that bonus, will we?
Karma.
He's like, I work alone, and then he disappears. Oh, damn.
There is a reason why that is a thing.
To the rest of us, it just seems like he ran away because he has done nothing so far. Like, I work alone. Oof.
Vanishes, yeah. Like another room? Is that where he's working?
He's just complaining and waiting till we die, and
Oh, I'm so gonna use that in part of the building the legend of Captain Machismo.
Ryan, have you embedded a boost to that stealth? Because that raw stealth is a plus 11.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now.
I'm kind of wondering how that raw roll is a plus 11.
5 from equipment,
No,
Yeah.
no, that's that. Okay, so
and then
that's,
charisma,
that's
and
true.
based
That's,
off charisma because it's use the force.
Okay.
Do
What is your ranks in the skill proficiency?
all the way to the top.
Okay, no, like what's the actual number in your skill? The plus. It's like-
stealth.
okay,
Stealth
so
is
yeah,
use the force.
it's a straight plus 20. That took care of it. It looks accurate, and then you get the plus 3 off the roll for this
Yeah.
particular attempt. So, you can go ahead
So
and
sorry, you call for use the force. You use that first, but stealth is
right, you have to do that one first. I was just looking into.
Yeah.
I was tracking you
yeah. No,
off that last roll.
I appreciate this.
Ooh.
Game 0.
At 20.
Natted it. Nat 20
Ooh.
for a 40.
There you go. Those numbers look more reasonable.
Hmm.
And do
I
you want to
sneak.
move as well?
Yeah, I would like to take move my 6
Okay.
the south.
Okay. Go ahead. And anything with your swift?
Nah, I got nothing.
Okay.
Currently.
I'll let you move yourself south.
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 Salamanca.
All right, I will spend my swift to activate my rage.
Okay.
10
And
rounds.
what does that do? What does that do for the audience?
Well, it normally does +2 and +2, but I sunk some feats into giving myself dreadful rage, which makes it +5/+5 to it. So that's attack and damage
And that was what, for 10 rounds? Is that what you said?
for 10 rounds. It's your so it's 5. I think it's 5 plus your Constitution modifier, and my Constitution modifier is 5
Okay.
because I'm a beast.
So start a counter on that.
All right.
Have a feeling that will start to matter in some of my battles.
It will. I think it will.
I will have 10-round battles.
So, raged up, and I am going to powerfully charge.
Sweet.
This artillery droid,
Okay.
which is going to give me some additional bonuses.
And what's the you get a what -2 to your reflex defense for charging? Is that right?
-5 for a +2 to attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 1/2 your level. Okay, so there we go. All right, so this is Raging Charging Claw. This is my big hit.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hope. Oh, I better fix that before I roll that.
Go Sal.
Okay, here it comes. You guys ready for this? Oh, it's not gonna hit. Oh, my 27.
27's gonna hit.
For 23 damage.
All right. Well, that definitely chops through the shields.
And I don't know if this matters against droids, but my attack poisons probably doesn't matter against droids.
Yeah, I'm afraid that you do. Like, you can see your green poison kind of smears across the metal surface of the turret droid that you grab hold of and you sink into, but it doesn't seem to have any additional effect.
Boo, but hey, 23 damage, rawr.
And now certain people know why I didn't fight so much about them having poison for this one-off. And it's the turret's turn. Well, there's one right next to you, Sal. I can't imagine it would do anything but shoot you.
Try to.
I don't even know if it's got enough. You'd have to crit to... That's probably... A 17 is probably going to hit you right now, isn't it?
Yep, I think so. So 21
But it's
5.
10 points of damage, and you have a better shield than that. So that's moot. There's another one at you.
Love that shield.
Yeah.
Go soldier class. Getting armor proficiency.
The other one's going to take a soft cover shot at you. And miss.
That's going to miss, yep. Yeah.
All these people hiding. All y'all hiding.
It's called using cover. This is a cover-based game. We're using cover.
Hey, you can.
We also
justify
call
it.
that-
If you want to
yeah.
play that way, Jeff, you can play that way.
We
But
also
I'm
call
going to be
that
out here being a hero.
The P stance.
I'm sorry, we're
The P
gray.
stance.
We're not gray, and it's called
No.
cool. That's
No
all right.
judgment.
You go run towards your deaths. Hey, I'm on the battlefield. I'm firing from a cover position.
We need Joe here to join you out in the running out into the middle of the fight. All right, a cover shot at
Can
the
you guys
kill
not
door?
Do you guys not see the board? Okay, run to the middle. They will flank you if they already are not. Man, stay up posted back here.
12's gonna miss.
Why do you think I haven't run in? Like, normally I should be right up next to Sal, but this is a kill box.
Yep, yes, it is. Well, 7th level character, we know that. so
Sal
I'm
doesn't
like,
think in
right.
those kinds of tactics. It is a kill box. That's what he's come in here to do. It's a box meant for him to go and kill things in. That's how he understood that. You guys are all like, oh, we're not going in there. That's a kill box. And I'm just like, that's the point.
Yeah, knowledge tactics 27. I play this slow and I approach with a shield. But yeah,
We defend our right to camp.
All right, all the
none of
turrets
those
fire
shots
off,
close
and
to
all
me.
the turrets miss. And that's the end of round 2. I think we got time for at least one more round, don't we? And I got to check in with our producing timekeeper for a little nod. And
Bigger. your movement selector on the side.
Yeah,
Like,
go to the arrow, select
Can
up at
I'm
the
on-
top
I
because you
can't-
might have been measuring distance. All right, top of round 3, the turret droids finally get their chance to go.
Oh, stealthy. Ryan can't find his own character. Immediately it's a new level of immersion in the way of the Force.
Well, they all have...
Truly game-breaking stealth right there.
Even if they got 20s, they're not going to spot him, so I'm not even going to bother rolling for that. There is one right on Salamanca, and he's going to full attack dual shot with twin blaster cannons
Ooh, full attack double shot.
at Salamanca.
You're right in the middle there, River Boy. You're going to get hit with crossfire.
I think 18 does hit you right now, doesn't it?
Yep.
Right. So 27 points of damage. So that's enough to hit schmirk your shields down 5 and do 7 points of damage to you, right?
Oh, shoot. I was wrong. It's
Yes,
actually
sir.
only a -2 to reflex, not -5.
oh, so that's a miss.
I'm sorry.
You're right. You're right.
Sorry,
All
sorry,
right,
no,
take
sorry.
that back.
And actually, the other previous one was a miss too. So,
But that didn't do any
It didn't-
damage
yeah, it
to
didn't
you
do anything.
anyway. Nothing is. This is the first hit that would have breached your shield, so he was pretty happy about it.
and it was a high damage one too. So
Yeah, it was. All right. That one's
close though.
yeah.
Do you want to use force point?
If they had them, they absolutely would.
Mm-hmm.
So instead, the one to your east will also take 2 shots at you. Does he have precise shot? He does not, so he will take a -5 to the attack. In that case, he's just going to take 1 shot at you. Rapid shot. Not rapid shot.
Aiden, do you have precise shot? I do.
That does hit.
I expect
19 for 21 points of damage, which is just enough to drop your shields and do 1 point of damage to you.
Take that.
All right. The one at the south position would have shot at Ash if it knew any better, but it doesn't even know that you're there. So instead, he's firing off at this Keldor that is still within range with double blaster cannons, dual shot, full fire at you.
For it.
Ooh, natural 20 for a crit.
I mean, that's still 10 lower than my reflex defense at the moment, but
But it is a natural 20.
it is a nat 20.
So that is one of the rules I'm keeping. No house rules.
No, I know.
No,
I like this. Reveal the GM ruling as he goes.
That's right. So I don't know if you saw that I just typed it into the house rules. 20 still hit. No. For 42 points of damage.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna burn a destiny point to negate that.
Okay.
'Cause
Probably a
that's
good bet.
that's
But
a
I'll still
lot
make
of
it sound kind of questionable. Okay.
Didn't happen.
That only leaves you 1.
I'm aware.
And 1 more coming at you. Which
Natural
is not
20
a
yet
natural
again.
20. This one is a 17, and that's going to miss. The closest one in the west is going to see 8 squares right to here. Whoa! You didn't move. You are still here, Ash. Nice try.
Sorry. So
I see you trying to sneak around.
I'm sneaky, but not that sneaky.
I don't know what an invisible overrun looks like.
We're here to test rules.
Yeah.
Do you have any movement in your reactions, Ash?
I have I have reactions to damage. Yes.
So space bab is a +6, so with the dex bonus. So I'm going to.
I can pop me up a SR if I get damaged, but
Ooh, a 31 would hit your reflex defense, so it's going to overrun you and bump into you for. Do you have a shield on? You don't.
no. But I have a reaction ability that I can generate a shield.
Or shield. It's awesome power.
Yep.
Well, this was only going to do you 3 points of damage as it bumped into you. Do you want to do that, or would you rather hold
I
off?
will take the 3 points of damage as opposed to making a big stink about it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously you can do whichever you prefer, but yeah, it's only going to be a bumping of like 3 points of damage since I'm sort of flying. Then it kind of bumps in, and it does stop, and it spins around and sort of loses the rest of its actions as it's trying to figure out what's happening there.
Mm-hmm. No. For if I Ash knows if he makes a shield, that'll make more of a stink. So, and that's not his job at this current moment. 3 points of damage.
I think you're right. Then this one is going to, the one to the far west is going to move into the circle space and take a shot at the Keldor. A 26 is going to miss, isn't it?
Normally it would hit, but because I'm fighting defensively and with the riot shield, it does miss.
Okay. I think that was all of them, so sure. It's your turn.
All right.
Sure.
I'll look back at Moru. You want me to move up or keep you covered?
After you.
All right, stay on my 6. And I'll start moving up. Right down the north center of the crosshairs into the direct center of the room.
Okay.
And then fight defensively, full defense. I mean, that's what I was doing before. I didn't actually call out that, but I wouldn't have been able to take any attacks of opportunity anyway. But I'm declaring it now because I could be in range for that.
Okay.
So,
Morrow? Anything else to? I think you got a swift, but I'm assuming nothing with your swift. Okay. Morrow.
I'll flip off the droid.
I'm sorry, that's a full round action the way you do it.
So, I was wondering about something. The charge action doesn't specifically say you need to be adjacent to your target when you make your attack.
I believe that to be true because I believe, depending on the charge, you can charge with a ranged weapon in this game.
Then I would like to do that.
Okay.
I'm going to charge and fire at this guy, the new incoming
Okay.
walker from the right.
Good.
Moving
Good move.
to
Just as the action itself, standard action, move your speed in a straight line and then make a melee attack at the end of your movement.
Yes,
So
but I'm
unless
using a combination of feats here. I'm going to be using Charging Fire in addition to Mandalorian Charge, in addition to a racial effect.
So charging fire will allow you because I knew you could anyway. But thank you, Aiden. That
Yes, yeah. Sorry, I didn't know you had charging.
No, and he was asking basically on that base, and so it is a good clarification point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get the ranged attack with charging fire. So
Cool.
Okay.
That was my attack roll there.
Okay.
It is an additional +2 because it's at point blank range. An attack roll of 25
Okay.
for 25 points of damage.
All right. Well, that definitely chews through some shields.
And I'm now also always the +2 against this guy.
Okay. I will put a little tag on him. I'm going to put a dot on him, and you'll need
Sounds
to
good.
remember that that's what that dot means. Beclure.
Okay, so in the Fridger talent tree, I have long stride. So as long as I'm wearing light armor or less, I get a bonus of 2 squares for a total of 8 square movement.
Right.
Okay. I also have sidestep. I need both of these to have Swiss Strider, which has that stuff I was talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Sidestep allows me to ignore the first diagonal, which you just made moot with homebrewing. So
That is true.
Does that mean could I carry it to the first time I'm penalized by a diagonal?
I will allow you to do that. Yes.
Okay. I mean,
That's
totally
fair.
worth it. It's totally worth it to get the Swiss Strider.
Yeah,
The
I
Swiss
think
Strider
I
has,
told.
like,
I knew it was a
3
nerf.
things.
I knew
Yeah.
it was a nerf that was coming in. I forget whether I mentioned it to you, but I did read that.
Okay. So now that we're completely clear on all my movement, I stay put. And I fire.
Man, that sounds like some daggum player stuff. No, I'm kidding. Sounds like something one of the other players would have done.
I would like to shoot at the same droid. Now he's moved, if I'm not
He's in
mistaken.
the center of the room now. Do you have precise shot?
I do.
I think you. Well, yeah, you're gonna. You don't know. He doesn't know it, but he is in melee, so you do need precise shot. And I think he has soft cover.
So can I peek around the corner and shoot straight down at him? Or do I need to move out?
You know, I'm gonna give you. It's right on the edge, so I'm actually still gonna give you no cover, but you do have precise
I'll
shot.
take 2 swifts to aim and take the shot if that helps me lean. If not, I will step out the 5 feet if necessary.
Well, you don't need to. Yeah, you don't need to negate cover because you just barely miss. They're not impeding your shot, but it is you do have precise shot, right? You just said that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Point blank,
Then
which sets up precise.
Nope.
So no -5 for the shot.
you have precise separate from point blank because they're 2 different feats. But
No, one sets up the other, I said.
yes,
Point blank
it
is
is a
the
prereq.
prerequisite, yeah.
Correct.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Took it in the later levels, but I do have it. So, pew, pew, pew. And 15 is a
I think 15 is a miss.
rat. Pew, pew, pew.
Actually, yeah. Do you want to spend a force point?
Yeah, I will, actually.
Do you want to
I
spend?
just felt this tickle down my spine when you said that. Ooh, why not? My 5 goes down to 4 force points with my 2d6. I'll take the 5, which brings me up to 20.
It's actually 1d6 until we hit 8th.
Oh, shit.
However-
6 is in there. But
The first one rolled was the 5.
That is
Right.
true.
Correct. So you're good.
Okay. I guess
And
look at
either
that.
way-
I broke my sheet, guys. I was cheating like everybody else. All right. One of us. 20.
All right.
Eat it.
You do chew through the shields. The shield flickers out on the dude in the middle.
14 points of damage.
Yep. And the shield flickers out in the guy in the middle. And he takes some damage.
And that's it. 14 points.
Yep.
Right,
Anything
right.
with your move or your swift, since you did not need to
no,
aim?
I know I didn't have to, but no, I'm still in my best position, really.
Okay.
Hate to say it.
Ash, you've been bumped,
Happens.
especially when nobody knows you're there and you're standing in the middle.
Again, happens.
This is why he works alone. He wasn't being rude. It's like it's a necessity to his skill set. If he doesn't work alone, the guy gets hurt.
here.
I know. Eh? We totally misunderstood him. He wasn't being rude. It was just like, please.
No, it's skill set wise.
Just surrender to the current of the lava and jump in.
Yeah, I
Notice
tried
none of
that.
you guys-
It burnt. It was hot. It's not the
It's
same.
a ring
as
of
lava.
fire.
Burn, burn, burn.
All right. What you doing, Ash?
We're going to move south. We're going to maintain and move south and hope to see a council.
Okay. So we have the effective members of the party, and then the ones that are just sneaking around it. Is that what? I'm just teasing you, right?
He's looking for the big light switch to shut all this down.
I'm hoping. If not,
If you don't come back to me with a light switch in your hand, we're gonna have a trouble. We're gonna have a problem.
No, no. You're going to have a problem. I'm not going to have a problem.
So, okay. Ash, give me your use the force check to see how long to maintain your cloak, how much boost you get.
Gladly.
Aiden, once again, I'm sure you have that up.
Yeah.
And
take damage from the Obi-Wan.
Did take damage, yes.
You took 3 points of damage.
Oh, yeah. You need to succeed on to use the force check, DC 15 plus damage taken in to maintain it.
So give me 2 use the force checks. The first is you need an 18, which will be difficult. Ooh. Do you want to spend a force point on that, or do you want to let this go?
Yeah, I'm going to spend a force point on that.
Okay.
So that's 2d6 at the start?
1d6.
No, 1d6. Everybody should have 1d6 in your force point.
Sorry. I do, because I don't cheat.
Jeff was trying to cheat for everybody. We all know.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, Jeff.
Finally fun to call Jeff the cheater. Oh, you got exactly what you needed to maintain. And and now you've moved. So now give me the other use the force to see whether you maintain for what boost you get to maintaining this round.
Boom. Oh, 35.
Excellent. So,
Min-max.
It's a plus 5.
That's a plus 5 to your stealth check. So
right.
Go ahead and calculate that in.
And you get all force powers back.
Yes, that's true.
That is true. Hey, I forgot. That's the thing that I didn't remember.
Do you get that on any 20 of any use the force point check at any time? Or when you activate a power? Double check that later. It's
I know it at least has to do with when you're using powers. Maintaining, I think, is a little gray. But
yeah, check me between sessions, so because we'll figure it out so we know how to start the next round.
22.
Anything with your swift, Ash? Sorry.
No, just stealth of 22.
Okay. Wow, you rolled really badly.
I did.
It's just about as bad as it could be.
One above 1.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Salamanca.
Right. I'm going to spend 2 swift actions to activate Mighty Swing.
Okay. And what does that do again?
That adds an additional die to my attack.
Okay. To your damage, right?
To my damage, yeah. Sorry.
Yep.
To my, yeah. And I am going to schmuck this artillery droid. The attack of 38.
38 misses?
What did I roll? 18. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, nice.
For 26,
26 points of damage, that is definitely going to get through the shields. It is still standing, but it is very, very damaged.
Cool.
And
that's my turn.
Okay.
I like how you've named it, like instead of like Mighty Claw with using rage, it's like Mighty Claws of Rage is the name.
Yeah, I like that too. All right, I'm got one at you. 9's gonna miss. One at you. Ooh, Nat 20's gonna hit you, Matt.
Okay.
Saluka. That's going to for 24 points of damage. So your shield had dropped one.
That's a crit. I'll spend a destiny point to negate that.
Okay. You still had what? 20 on your shields? Or 15?
15.
Okay. Well, that would be a total of 9 points of damage to you if you. But,
yep.
Okay.
But it would also knock my shields down another step.
Okay.
There's a method to my madness.
Fair enough. And let's see, this one. It'll take the -5 and shoot at Morrow and miss. So will the other.
At Morrow, I'll shoot you. At Morrow, you're only a spray away. What? No one saw the music.
I got you. No, yeah. I just didn't want to stuff on you.
I'm busy trying to GM, Jeff. I can't join into show tunes. You know, it's just
You
not
start.
me.
I don't want. You guys were heavy on that last episode. I just thought I'd start. again.
I would never.
This.
I
I
would never. All right. The turrets all fire and blast ineffectually around the room, except for the one that got a crit that disappeared. And with that, we will see you all next time for round 4. Say goodnight, Salamanca. You're muted.
Well, he didn't get the DC 10, so we have no idea.
Failed his DC 10 check.
Forgot to push the
Beep,
button.
boop, beep, boop, beep, boop.
You ruined the end of the episode with a failed DC 10 check.
That was a success. Thank you very much.
You wasted that one.
But unfortunately, he's speaking in Huttese and the
Listen here, you sons of bitches.
Gunda Nikto.
Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. What the Emperor say on a 66 now? But the force is strong and I feel it still. Gotta make it out to thee. Gonna reason with the senators, try to make it better now. But somewhere out there's gotta be free. I guess we'll head to Alderaan now. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been rocking it since order 66 now. The force is strong and I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. What the Emperor say order 66 now. But the force is strong and I feel it still. We should fight a war for peace. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Resurrect the Jedi, bring the Emperor down to his knees. The Sith mean nothing to me. I should strike them all down now. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. There'll be no acquittal for the Sith who killed the little Padawan. He is my enemy. Is he coming? 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 Is he coming back? Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks, and I'm gonna keep on going till the galaxy is fixed now. Cause the force is strong and I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been rocking it since order 66 now. The force is strong and I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. What the Emperor say order 66 now. But the force is strong and I feel it still. Cause the force is strong and I feel it still. And I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. What the Emperor say order 66 now. But the force is strong and I feel it still. We should fight a war for peace. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Resurrect the Jedi, bring the Emperor down to his knees. The Sith mean nothing to me. I should strike them all down now. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. There'll be no acquittal for the Sith who killed the little Padawan. He is my enemy. Is he coming? 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 Is he coming back? Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks, and I'm gonna keep on going till the galaxy is fixed now. Cause the force is strong and I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been rocking it since order 66 now. The force is strong and I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. What the Emperor say, Order 66 now. But the force is strong and I feel it still. Cause the force is strong and I feel it still.